When I decided that I was going to tell him that I wanted a divorce, I texted my therapist, our marriage counselor, and I was like, I need to tell him that I want a divorce, but I want to do it in a session so that there's like a mediator present.
Let's be honest. If she truly loved him, this would have been a private conversation.
Got us in like ASAP, like 2 days later. And I walked in knowing that I was going to ask for a divorce. And so we sit down in our session. It's like really tense, really awkward. My ex was sitting there like, so why do we have an emergency session? The therapist was like, Jamie, do you want to start? And I just started crying and I was like, I want a divorce. You know, it's hard for me to like say the words. I was like, I'm done. I want a divorce. He sat there quiet. I'm sitting next to him crying. He didn't move. He didn't look at me. He didn't react at all. He just was stone cold.
He wasn't stone cold. He was trying to hide his excitement.
And eventually our therapist was like, would you like to respond? So he responded right away and he's like, fine, let's just go ahead and finalize the details. And that was that. And I just was like, I looked at my therapist and I was just like kind of stunned.
What did you expect? You wanted a divorce, he agreed. She hoped that he would react negatively, becoming aggressive and violent in front of a witness. She's just trying to collect ammo to use in court. Guess what? You failed.
Like I knew that I was ready to leave that day, but I couldn't believe that that was his reaction. There was no empathy, there was no compassion, there was no like wanting to fight for us, which...
The same can be said for you. There's zero compassion in initiating a divorce in a public setting. If you really wanted him to fight for you, if you truly cared for him, you would have spoken with him in private.
I didn't think that there would be, but you know, you just always hope that like one last try, you know? We went home that night. We didn't speak. He slept on the couch. I woke up and went to work the next day, came home. He was playing PlayStation that night. I sat next to him. We hadn't talked in 24 hours. And I said, can we talk about what happened yesterday?
No.
And he was just playing, just looking straight ahead. And he's like, what's to talk about? In my mind, I'm thinking, this is our last ditch effort to like steer the ship around, you know? And I was like, so what are we gonna do?
There's nothing to speak about. There's no last-ditch effort after what you did in that therapist office.
And he just kept playing and he was like, I already got an apartment. I already took my name off of the lease. He had done things. Within that 24 hours, he had opened up the filing folder of his single man life and went ahead and got all this shit done.
This is what real Riz is about. He was ready to move on. He was controlled and calculated. If you don't want him, no problem. He's gonna go find someone who will appreciate him. We don't know what sort of dynamic they had in their marriage, what sort of problems they may have been facing. But airing your drama online for everyone to see is probably part of the problem. Besides, you got what you asked for. But it's never enough for some people.
Excuse me, y'all? Where's the father?
He's a deadbeat bum with no job, no career, no nothing going on for himself and a loser.
I'll be the man that steps up.
My Sierra prayer has been answered.
What's your cash app?
$ boy mom 265.
I'm putting all your kids in private school. No more public school. They all going to private school.
And my baby daddy thought nobody would want me and my 4 kids.
What else they need?
A place to stay. We about to get evicted. We behind on rent.
That's 6 months of your rent already paid. I don't have to live there. It's fine.
To all the men on the street, this is a man.
No, Shane.
We need diapers. They've been pooping on themselves for a minute.
You good? You want chicken nugget?
No, he only eat at Noble, so we can go there. Can you put them on your will?
I'm putting on my will right now. All your kids.
Oh my God, I just struck dumb ass gold. Wait, do you have kids?
No. I don't got no kids of my own.
Oh, thank God, because that would have been a deal breaker.
I'm ready to step up. That's what a man does.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Listen. Okay, look, no, I thought she was beautiful. Look, I need a number.
You know what it is?
Damn, always the fridge protecting the snack.
Yeah, always the fridge protecting the snack. I'm
no, it's a fridge.
Too, so get out.
Oh my God, sorry. Estás guapa,
Get out.
I love you. Ciao.
Personally, I wouldn't have insulted her. Always be a gentleman. You can see her friend was kind of pissed off too. She wanted to speak with him. It's obvious looking at her body language. But after she said,
I'm
No, I said
beautiful
pray.
too, so get out.
that literally means the whole night her friend was getting all the attention and she was fed up. Maybe she wanted the friend to herself. Who knows? Sometimes women are each other's worst enemies.
Help me!
Damn, it's a one-sided contract. She took his money and dipped.
Out of the divorce, I got $600,000.
The
Yes.
why?
That was part of our settlement. So I could have taken more, but I didn't, which I'm kind of now regretting a little.
Wait, why could you have taken more and why didn't you?
Well, I could have, because if I were doing like a divorce with like 50-50 split, I would have gotten.
Could you have done 50-50 split?
I could have.
So this was a pretty well-to-do person.
Yes. So I don't know exactly
No
how
prenup?
much I would have. No, he tried to get me to sign a prenup, and then I didn't sign a prenup, and then he tried to get me to sign a postnup, and I didn't sign a postnup.
Post-nut.
Yes. And so, yeah, we decided in the settlement agreement that I would get $600,000 because I didn't want to take
What
more.
the do I have so much debt here to go through on your end? Where did the $600,000 go? When did you get the $600,000?
2 years ago.
Okay, where the is it?
It's gone. Completely gone.
Where the into where?
Well, I bought a house and
With the $600,000.
She could have wasted it on useless designer bags and trips, but she got a house. Smart move. I respect that. I just don't respect how she's proudly saying that she could have taken more, but because she's such a good person, she only took $600,000. How many years must an average income person have to work and save to get $600,000? She could have bought 2 houses, lived in one and rented the other. She could have put that $600,000 into a high-yield savings account and lived off the interest it generated until she finds her next victim. Husband. But 2 years after the divorce and receiving the money, she's not only broke, but in debt. Straight up ludicrous.
I am a stay-at-home dad. In our household, the women are the breadwinners. That's the way we run things here. That's the way we like it to be structured.
Nick is a trophy husband, if you will.
We prefer it that way, honestly. Like, I would go crazy if I was at the house all the time. And I pride myself on being a breadwinner, and Jenny's right there with me. I am a manager at an organization company. Jen is management in an IT company. Jen and I make more than enough money by ourselves. We don't need that. We don't want that.
Let me just say this right quick. If you look at a chessboard, the king doesn't really move much because he just moves a square at a time. Meanwhile, the queen, she's all over the board.
My nigga.
Okay, the queen's got all the power. The king just kind of holds court.
This guy's doing it right. He's got 2 queens, bringing in the money, and he's just at home chilling, cooking and cleaning. When the girls get home, he makes sure they are both de-stressed. If you know what I mean, it's a good life.